The family of a Hamilton man who was killed in a careless driving collision is questioning the legal system. The driver avoided jail time today at a sentencing hearing in Hamilton. Jason Gaidola joins us live tonight with the details. Good evening, Jason.
Yeah, good evening, Taz. It was August 3rd of 2022 when 51-year-old Kevin Mills was killed while riding his motorcycle on Highway 6 near Mount Hope. Court facts show that another driver heading the opposite direction made a left turn that ended up killing Mills. Today, 25-year-old Caitlin Souza pleaded guilty to careless driving causing death, and the proposed penalty from both the Crown and the defense was $2,500 fine and a 6-month license suspension, one that the judge agreed on.
The actual punishment is not enough. It doesn't show young people, especially driving and getting into accidents and being killed. And they're getting a slap on the wrist.
While grieving over the death of her brother Kevin Mills, who was killed in a fatal collision 2 years ago, his sister Sheri McKenna and family members are trying to make sense of the punishment that was laid today.
I was told it could not be tried as a criminal because she actually was going to turn left and that the car was stopped, and then she turned into my brother.
At the Hamilton Provincial Courthouse this afternoon, 25-year-old Caitlin Souza pleaded guilty to careless driving causing death. The Crown and the defense jointly presented a $2,500 fine and a license suspension of 6 months tied to the collision on August 3rd of 2022, which the judge accepted. Souza emotionally told the family and the court, "I'm sorry for everything." The family of Kevin Mills tells me this is where the collision unfolded 2 summers ago. They say that Kevin and the other driver in question were traveling in opposite directions. The family says on that day, the 51-year-old Mills was riding on his motorcycle on Highway 6, heading towards Hamilton. The facts presented in court added the crash happened at the intersection of Chippewa Road and Highway 6. Souza made a left turn and then collided with Mills on the far right southbound lane.
So she came to a stop, and then as he came upon her, she turned right in front of him without any time to do anything to avoid the impact. So he did what he was taught as far as his courses of safety and laid the bike and didn't quite make it past her.
Souza's defense attorney, Asgar Manik, says his client had an impeccable driving record up until 2022.
Because this is not where there was a speeding involved, number one. Number two, it's not a question of somebody going through the red light. This is something where somebody was not paying attention, what we call lack of due care and attention. And because of that, it is more covered by careless driving than dangerous driving.
Victim impact statements were read in court today, remembering Kevin Mills as a proud tradesman and a dedicated family man, particularly to his daughter, Samantha Jo Mills.
He was my biggest supporter, trying to take me through nursing school without any debt, and he was great. He was just the best dad any girl could ask for, and I think he raised me well, and I just want to continue to make him proud from this point on.
And Mills' daughter also felt today's sentencing decision was lighter than expected. As for Souza, court documents show that Souza faced 5 speeding violations prior to the killing of Mills. Her defense attorney elaborated that she also dealt with the loss of family, including the death of her husband and her child's father that same year, and it played a factor in the sentencing. Taz?